I'd like to welcome everyone to OnU Learning's first annual National Conference on Online Learning. My name is Tracy Holmes, and I would like to start off by telling you a little bit about myself. I am a student, I am a learning designer, I am a new CEO, I am a higher education professional, and to my students at the local community college where I am employed, I am simply Miss Tracy. What I am not, however, unlike many of you, is a teacher. I have a degree in teacher education, which is collecting dust in a china closet in the house I grew up in, and I'm studying a discipline that has its roots in pedagogy. But I have never set foot in K-12. I am not a teacher, professor, instructor, or even a substitute. Truth be told, I don't even like teaching, but I do like to facilitate learning. My role as an administrator in a co-curricular program affords me the opportunity to reach students but not necessarily teach in a professional sense. The world of learning design and technology seems to focus on technology and classroom instruction, which is important and at the very heart of what we do. That's fine, but let's take a moment to talk about what could happen if designers take that technology and apply it beyond the classroom walls. In higher education, learning also happens outside of the classroom through co-curricular programs. Not to be confused with extracurricular activities, co-curricular programming connects to or complements what's learned in academia. Co-curricular programs in higher education are often ran by college administrators, such as deans, directors, coordinators, or like myself, program assistants. Notice how I didn't say teachers. For the past 6 years, I have had the pleasure to assist with coordinating Baltimore City Community College's premier scholarship program, named after the inventor, Granville T. Woods. BCCC's Granville T. Woods Scholarship Program, affectionately known around the campus as GTW, has been in existence since 2002. Team GTW, which consists of myself, the Dean of Student Development, and the Director of Student Success, recently inducted the 16th cohort. Notice how I didn't say professor. These recent high school graduates have grown up with advancements in technology at their fingertips. They live and breathe the internet and social media. Operating the Microsoft Suite and researching online is second nature, while handwriting a paper and flipping through a catalog may seem like foreign concepts. While these students are benefiting from using the latest technologies in the classroom, they could also benefit from their co-curricular program having a strong online component built into the model. It's time to bring this 15-year-old program to the forefront using the latest trends in learning analytics. As learning designers, we know what the buzzwords are, what's new, what's hot, and what's innovative. More and more, we're hearing terms like adaptive learning, machine learning, predictive analytics, open educational resource ecosystems, and customer relationship management. These are the emerging technologies that could be used to change the way co-curricular programs are implemented. Learning management systems like Schoology, Litmos, and Wisetail LMS, just to name a few out of the hundreds, are so advanced they can acquire the data needed to move co-curricular learning to the next level. Using the appropriate LMS and data analytics to analyze aspects of the programming can help an initiative like GTW prepare for the future. Preparing for the future means a program like GTW should be able to adapt to the personalized needs of each of its students. Zach Posner defines adaptive learning as a computer-based and/or online educational system that modifies the presentation of material in response to student performance. In the case of the GTW program, adaptive learning could be used to customize the enrollment and qualification process. GTW applicants are awarded the scholarship after a very strenuous vetting process. With the right LMS, adaptive learning can help predict or anticipate the student's next step in the process based on the information it receives. This neat little infographic shows how that process could work. The LMS receives the students' SAT scores and gives them a personalized response that provides them with additional resources if needed. It adapts this response and makes the vetting process easier for the student to follow. Adaptive learning is only one part of a tag team of trends used in data analytics. Let's talk about adaptive learning's big brother, machine learning. Anyone remember the movie I, Robot with Will Smith? Take a look at this. Does he look familiar? That's Sonny, a character from the movie where robots use advanced machine learning to try and overthrow mankind. Yes, it's a great idea to use this technology with students. Systems are assuming, thinking, and doing. Welcome to artificial intelligence. I mean machine learning. When the LMS can determine what needs to be adapted and make those changes without the instructor's direct input, adaptive learning crosses into machine learning. While the program may not be grading math exams and English essays, the program can be used to assess how students are grasping concepts, like time management, for example. This infographic explains how the LMS will use machine learning to automatically give feedback to a student when it comes to grasping the concept of time management. Based on the student's interactions with the LMS, the system can decipher if the student has mastered the content or if the student needs more help in certain areas. The software can then offer specialized help to each student in each area of need. Programs like GCW can use all the data yielded from adaptive and machine learning to anticipate the needs of future students. This can help administrators design a more efficient program model. Predictive analytics can support changes in content and address possible behavior patterns identified in the data. Knowing the type of support students needed in the past can help the program predict how many students will need it in the future. It could help the program be better prepared to meet the students' needs. As far as meeting needs are concerned, the need for textbooks is dwindling as our industry continues to grow. The popularity of free online resources is also growing. The William and Flora Hewlett Foundation describe open educational resources as high-quality teaching, learning, and research materials that are free for people everywhere to use and repurpose. Programs like GTW could use OERs in their personalized learning environments to support the life skills being introduced in the program's model. Content on topics such as time management, study skills, resume building, and mental wellness can be used in the LMS as an introduction to or to complement program presentations. Having an OER ecosystem available in co-curricular programs will provide information to the students while keeping program costs down. Instead of buying additional materials, OER simply needs to be vetted and presented to the audience. These scholars would love to have a resource available on their phones or laptops rather than in their backpacks. Making sure programs like GTW have access to the latest in educational resources is just one more step in making sure that learning design is embedded in the co-curricular experience. Building an unforgettable experience for the GTW scholars is one of the most important pieces of programming in the model. Part of the experience is the notion of the GTW family, connecting the student and to an extent their family to administrators in the GTW program has been a top priority. Customer relationship management in programs such as GTW is invaluable. Cultivating valuable relationships within the program or cohort is an important part of student development. These relationships are built on trust, respect, and connections. Take a look at Margaret Rouse's definition of CRM. Building a connection through communication and providing students and their parents with exemplary customer service can be taken to the next level by using emerging technologies. The CRM of the future will see the program's concept of the GTW family marketed across different platforms such as online learning environments and social media. The information included on these platforms will be updates on the admissions process, dates and times for GTW events, and resources for the students and parents. Ask an 18-year-old to make a phone call and they might cringe. Ask them to follow a hashtag online and you may open communication lines between administrators and students. Engaging in the CRM trend would offer parents and students the chance to be and feel more connected to the program by using technology they may already be familiar with. Data from the Center for Community College Student Engagement shows that students who feel a deep connection to the college, administrators, faculty, or programs are more likely to do better in college than students who do not. Therefore, it is important for learning designers to connect people in ways they feel comfortable linking. One of the easiest ways to cultivate a relationship is by inviting people into your space, and that's what the CRM portion of the GTW program will be designed to do. Some designers may ask, how will people who may not have a background in teaching use highly advanced technology that was originally developed for teachers? That's simple. This is where companies like mine come into play. Best Learners, Best Designs not only specializes in developing customized learning management systems for non-traditional environments, like co-curricular settings, but we can train the staff at any institution on how to effectively utilize the LMS. Who teaches the non-teachers? Who teaches the ones who aren't familiar with pedagogy? The ones who are, that's who. Many of the designers at Best Learners, Best Designs have a background in traditional education. Some have taught in K through 12 and went on to get graduate degrees in distance learning, learning design and technology, or instructional technology. I'm just not one of them. We use the professionals who are seasoned in education to help the ones who may not be. The highly skilled educators from my company can come to any location required to provide training on the LMS. The designers are available to support those who use the LMS throughout the duration of the contract. Best Learners, Best Designs is one of hundreds of companies who do this type of service, but I would be remiss if I didn't say we are the best. Developing a personalized learning environment for BCCC's Granville T. Wood Scholarship Program would ensure the program's administrators and the Wood Scholars are using advances in learning technology to better the entire co-curricular experience. The learning management system will become a vital piece of the GTW program model. Adaptive and machine learning will be used to create individualized experience for the scholars as they use the LMS to maneuver through the enrollment process and as they encounter content specific to program goals. Predictive analytics would use the demographic and enrollment information for each student to help administrators map out and make decisions for the future of the program. Data gathered from predictive analytics could be used to recruit and to prepare future students for entry into the GTW program. Creating the OER ecosystem would assist the administrators with the cost of materials used for program-related content. A focus on CRM would help to solidify relationships between administrators, students, and their families. Cultivating deep, meaningful relationships and a sense of belonging could help improve the retention rate for the GTW program. The framework for implementing these trends into the 15-year-old Granville T. Wood Scholarship Program proves that older co-curricular programs can benefit from newer technologies. The end goal in higher education, whether you're teaching or an administrator, is the successful matriculation of the student. For co-curricular programs at the community college level like GCW, that goal goes even farther. We want to see our students not only graduate from our institution, but also graduate from the four-year university. The charge of the learning designer is to create a learning environment which utilizes the latest in technological innovations to further education and training. Learning in higher education goes beyond interactions between the instructor and the student. This is supported by many who are involved in some form of co-curricular programming. With so much focus on the classroom and technological advances in instruction, it is important for learning designers not to forget about those who support students outside of the classroom's four walls. Learning design and technology belongs to them as well. Thank you for your time. You now have the floor. I am opening this part of the presentation up for a short Q&A.